Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Myself is Mohamed Sahil from Becom Department Shift 1. My registration number is 6036. Today I'm going to talk about Introduction to Cost Accounting. The term cost has to be related to its purpose and its condition. Cost is the account of actual expenditure on a given thing and a notional expenditure attributable to a given thing. In these two lines, the amount which have been cost to the some other thing in a rightful way, in a rightful manner, and not in a notional way, like which we spend in some other, we don't need that products, but we want that, so that is called a notional way. In the first line, actual expenditure on a given thing that we have been spent in the right way, in the right manner, we have been purchasing that product. Nextly, we move to the author's definition. W.M. Harper defines cost accounting as follows. Cost is the value of economic resources used as a result of producing and doing the thing costed. We have been seeing these lines. The author says is also the same thing. The amount which have been spent to the product. So that's amount relates to the cost. And nextly, we are going to move to the topic called cost accounting. What is meant by cost accounting? It's nothing but it is a method of accounting for the cost. The process of recording and accounting for the elements of the cost is called cost accounting. We move to the topic called what is the need for cost accounting? Intense market competition has made the business and industrial units targeted the accounting departments. They want the results for accurate and relevant information about the market condition. So this is the way the cost accounting the way helps the business and industrial areas. They have been using the cost accounting is useful in the ways of fixation of selling prices and the control of cost. The cost has been made in the seller, sometimes it's maybe higher or sometimes it's maybe decreased. So it is very helpful in the controlling of cost and the alternative business sources. So these are the ways the cost accounting helps through the management of business and industrial areas. Scope of cost accounting. The term scope has refers to the activity field. The cost accounting is concerned with the ascertainment and the control of cost. The information provided to the management through the cost control and reduction the cost control through the various ways like the planning and the decision making and the control of the cost. So these are the ways the cost accounting is very helpful to reduction the price, to reduction the control cost through the scope. Now the advantages and disadvantages of cost accounting. Cost accounting is very useful to the management and it is very efficient to the stakeholders and some others. I'm using listed as follows. To the management, it is useful for effective for the business, effective decision making, increase in efficiency, reduction of control, fixation of selling prices, control of the cost, and so on. And there may be the same thing also. The disadvantages of cost accounting we have been talking about. The cost accounting is very costly to operate. The cost account is unnecessary. The cost account needs so many estimation. So it is very unnecessary for all the peoples. It may be useful for only for the stakeholders or some other the businessmen or shareholders. It will be very useful. There are also the limitations of the cost accounting. There is what is the limitations of the? It is very uncertainty. There have been some lacking issues. So they have been the lacking issues they are in the cost accounting. So we have been discussing the classification of cost accounting. The classification of cost accounting. The cost accounting has been defined in so many ways. They have been defined as the fixed cost, variable cost, like so many costs has been. The cost account has been differentiated to the classification of cost. According to the functions, there is the production cost, selling cost, variable cost, distribution cost, fixed cost, variable cost, and the controllable cost, uncontrollable cost, shutdown cost, There are so many costs out there for in the classification of costs. So in this topic, I'm just conclude my topic with this. So thank you for giving me this. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, sir. So I think so you like my video. So thank you for giving me this opportunity, sir. And until stay safe. Assalamu alaikum, sir.